Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, it is a very big welcome. This channel is a Messiah channel. This is the name of the channel. It is a Messiah channel. Messiah means problem solving, solutions for problem. So, this channel stands to solve so many problems that is facing our Africa continent. So it comes to a point that I have to create this platform to help and to solve our African problem. My name is Moses. Probably so many people must have known me. Probably many of you wouldn't have known me. But today I'm introducing myself to you. I'm Moses, an economist and entrepreneur. So it comes to a point where I look at it that every one of us must contribute and play our impact to the development of our country and our nation, Africa. Our origin, we came from Africa. So let us contribute immensely, wisely, productively to the development of Africa and our African youth. I am here to play my own part, to contribute what I will be able to do to help our nation, Africa. This channel is a constructive channel, a channel that accepts critics, that accepts idea, that accepts any kind of reasoning. Good people come in and in your view, we will be able to share it and reason together. So this is what the channel stands for. So first of all, I will appeal to everyone watching me. Please subscribe, 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 subscribe. Because your subscription is my potential. So I need your subscription. I need you to subscribe so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person that will be notified. And click the icon button for notification. Please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. This is the first channel. This is the first video I'm making now. And consequently, there are other videos that will follow after this. This is a constructive channel. I am going to play a very good role, important role to help in the development of our nation, Africa, and especially to give voice to the voiceless, to give voice to those business, those entrepreneurs who has no voice. This is what the channel stands for. So all we are after is business, business, and business. So if you have any challenges, bring it forward. We will give you a good idea to solve the problem. So today, the first topic I'm going to talk about and my contribution to Africa continent is how to solve the immediate problem that is confronting our nation, Africa. We have seen that our politicians, they are failing us. Our elite, they are failing us. Our professors who are supposed to be the leaders and and the idea producers of every nations, they are failing us. For what reason? Simply because of their greed. And I will tell you, that greed does not apply to everybody. This is why I'm coming up with this platform to wake them up. If it means to criticize them, I will criticize them. If it means to give the idea on what to do, I will do that. And this is why I'm here. This is why I am a bona fide citizen of Africa. So the first topic today is I'm considering and giving this idea to the African continent to ban importation of goods. We have to ban importation of goods. I don't want to use the word let's dash every goods that is coming from Africa. I would have said that, but looking at it, that will not solve the problem. So we have to ban importation of essential goods from China, Europe, and America. I will give you reasons why I come up with this idea. Some people will say, oh, why did you say so? And I will tell you, my home is my home. But for 1960, we got our independence in Nigeria. Most African countries got their independence before Nigeria, and so we got our independence after some countries. But are you aware the level of development we are today? Are you aware? Can you tell us where we are? We are nowhere. The future of Africa is crying for help. The future of our coming generation is crying for help. If we continue like this, what the future are we planning for our children? So this is why I am suggesting for the African governments, various governments in various nations, they have to ban importation of goods from China, especially number one. I have to start with that. The reason I must start with China is that we are too intelligent to be stupid. China might supply us various containers. No matter how many containers you're going to supply to Africa, it will not be enough. Because you are fishing for me. You didn't teach me how to fish. Or we didn't stand to fish on our own. But I am telling the African nation today that government in Africa, you must ban importation of goods from China. Number one reason that we must ban this importation of goods from China. After the Second World War, Italy and Japan, they were from nowhere. They grew up their economy, and today they are a member of the G7. It comes after that, you know, a country called Korea. South Korea. The Koreans, they buckle up, they work hard, they grew their economy, and today they are a member of the G20. When the Koreans were producing all the goods, we Africans buy mostly from them, and many other countries in Europe, their goods were not quality wise. But we buy because it's cheap. Today, all goods from Korea is now a quality product. Then Taiwan and take over. When Taiwan take over, oh, what are you buying made in Taiwan? Everybody criticize Taiwan, 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 Taiwan. The more you criticize them, the more they become popular, and the more they produce, and the more you buy. Today, Taiwan becomes a rich country. The GDP of China, of Taiwan, go and look at it, go and check it. Then China, were by the roadside, they saw what all these nations were doing. Cheap labor to produce cheap goods. Then what do? You sell it to the hungry countries. Then China started producing these things, taking over from the Korea, Taiwan, and they started doing the job. Our own is cheaper because everybody wants to buy cheap products. We don't care. We start buying from China. Today, if we tell China we are not buying from you, let me tell you, go and market. Africa country not buying from China. I'm not saying out of wickedness, but we have to look at our interests. Because if we continue to buy from China, we are not building the future of our future generation, of our children. Because production is the key and the backbone of every nation. If we are producing, first of all, we increase employment. Our children will have a place to work. This is if we banned every importation from China. Every goods has to be produced locally. How we eat our local food is even the best. But some people will tell you goods produced in overseas in Europe and America is the best. It's a lie. The OGM. Our local goods is the best of best. Not even the best. It's the best of all. Ask anybody. Because it is all organic. But for those who has not traveled, will take it to be goods made in Europe because it's fine, it's beautiful. You take it to be the best. It's not the best. Go and look at the content and the quality of it. So this is why I am saying we have to stop goods coming from China so that our local production will grow. I knew we are going to suffer it for about a year or two. But believe it or not, we are going to be number one, self-reliance. And there will not be so much pressure on our forests. Because if any businessman going to China, what do they need? They need foreign exchange. They buy dollar, they buy pounds, they buy euro, and they go to the market, they buy. Selling to who? You are buying from China, from other country, coming to sell to your African brothers, whom you deprive their right to work. Because you taking this money all the way to China to import these goods, indirectly, you are depriving our African youth the right to work. Because if you produce these goods in Africa, you are contributing to the nation's development. The boys or the girls that are working in your factory, they will have a family. From there, their family benefit from it. So employment will definitely increase. So on our unemployment today of youth that is over 40% will drastically coming down. Will drop because if production increase, then the unemployment will decrease. Our GDP will now increase, then the federal government will be able to make more money from taxation. The VAT, they realize money, they will realize money, a lot of money. Because a country like China, do they borrow? They borrow casually. They don't borrow the way African countries will go and borrow. But if we are producing, our youth will be employed, number one. Our GDP will grow substantially. Crime will be reduced because so many youth that comes out of school, they will have a place to work. Our engineers, they will have a place to go and get a better job. Salary will automatically increase. Not this system they are now and say, we are asking companies to pay 30%, 30,000, what they call it, minimum wage. Where does it work? This cannot work everywhere, anywhere. Can't tell any company to say pay minimum wage. This is a question of demand and supply. If the demand is high, the salary will go up. You don't need to peg any salary. If a company needs 1,000 workers and they're not able to realize 500, you are not the one to tell that company to increase the salary because workers will come out. It's not, look, the advisors to African president, please don't mislead them. I know our leaders they won't be able to know everything. We are all here to contribute to the betterment and the welfare of Africa. Let us put our tribal, our religious problem, our every other, let us put it aside and look at our face one on one and let us tell ourselves the truth. African leaders, are you really ruling Africa the way it's supposed to be? Is a question for you. Because if you are ruling Africa the way you suppose other nations are ruling in Europe, in America, I mean, you guys travels a lot, but your traveling has never made any impact in Africa. Most ministers and senators, they travels a lot. They live abroad. But your impact has never shown in the government. This is why I'm coming to remind you that don't forget your past. You travel abroad, you see what is happening overseas. Then when you come back home, you start doing the opposite side of it. Can I call you a betrayer? But if you were a betrayer yesterday, I'm telling you today, change and do the right thing. Because the future of Africa is crying for help. So this is why I'm saying we have to stop importation of goods. Not only goods today. Why are we importing fuel from Belgium? This particularly goes to Nigeria. Why are we importing fuel from Belgium? An oil-producing nation like Nigeria, you are importing fuel from Belgium. A small country that is not up to Lagos State, Africa. We need to wake up. Wake up. Because we have no time anymore. We don't have time anymore. We need to wake up. A big nation like Nigeria cannot import fuel from Africa, from Belgium. It is impossible. Those who are behind this fuel hiking and importation of fuel, you have to leave Nigeria alone. Because you are not only destroying the name Nigeria, but you are destroying the citizen of Nigeria. Because our refinery would have been able to employ thousands of Nigeria graduates. Would have been able to employ thousands of our truck drivers. Thousands of, we are supposed to live fine. Now you are producing fuel, refining fuel in Belgium. I want to ask you, NNPC, who are your workers? Where are your workers? You hire laborers. You hire people to work for you. Those guys working in Belgium, producing this fuel in Belgium, they have their pay tax. Their taxes, is it going to Nigerian federal government? No. You see how intelligent you are. You would have used Nigeria refinery, produce this fuel in Nigeria. One, Nigerians will benefit from this fuel production. They will get a job. Their family will be able to feed. Then Nigerian federal government now will benefit getting tax from individual working in NNPC or in this refinery producing this fuel. Because they are pay as you earn, you pay these workers, then they have a tax that follows their work. So the federal government would have been able to generate a lot of taxes from the fuel production that you are taking away to another country. So today, the Belgian government is benefiting, the Belgian citizens, they are benefiting. I don't think, how many Nigerians with the Belgian government employ in the production of fuel? Maybe 1%, if at all. Maybe 2%, not more than that. So I think we have to put senses into our head. So that is point number one. Point number two, I want to know from the federal government, why is Nigerian passport being produced, printed in another country? Are we a sovereign nation? Or we are not? This question goes directly to Mr. President. Because a sovereign nation, I hold a Nigerian passport. Even if I'm a dual nationality, I have another passport, but I still hold a Nigerian passport. Why is our passport being printed in Ireland? Things that make a nation, the primary school we have it, we go to school. The secondary school we have it, we have so many students that attend it, even if you're not teaching them well. The university we have it, a lot of big university, big names where people are paying millions per annum to go to school. Then when it is time for them to work, you take the job out of them. Is it the right thing, Mr. President, that your own identity, you print it in another country, and bring it home to share. It is really shameful. That would have created a lot of thousands of jobs for Nigerian youth. And it would have created a lot of skill. You deprive them of the job and you deprive them of their skill. Nigerians are doing well, fantastically well overseas. Why are they not doing well when it comes to producing what is good for us? Or why are we not getting the right person in the right position? Because if we are getting the right person in the right position, I don't think as a minister who open his a honorable minister who is called to war, who is called to fight for the citizen, who accept his own passport being printed in another nation. This is shameful. It is shameful. I must tell you, it is shameful. Because we are a sovereign nation. Except you say we are not a sovereign nation. If we're not sovereign, good. You can print your passport from whoever you, I mean, you would have said we are still under the colonial master. But if we are a sovereign nation, you must, whether you are doing it now or you want to do it immediately, Nigerian passport. Because it makes no sense that NNPC run to bank for foreign exchange is going to buy fuel. The immigration run to foreign exchange to buy dollars for foreign exchange because they are going to go and get our passport. The former NEPA run to foreign exchange in the bank to buy dollars because they are going to buy Nigerian meters from abroad. Because Nigerian meters are being produced overseas. Then the pressure for Naira now will be very high. That because it is demand and supply that control market, the demand for dollar in a nation of 200 million Nigerians will be so high. We're talking about 3 major companies now: NNPC, NEPA, and immigration. If they, you know what it is. You know how many millions they are going to demand monthly to bring in fuel, meter, and passport, the international passport. You know how much pressure they're going to put on foreign exchange. So at the time you start demanding dollar, the price of dollar now automatically will go up because if they are not able to supply you the quantity of dollar you need, they will increase the price because the demand now is higher than the supply. So because you are also on the other side of it, you are not producing, you are not a nation that produces. You buy from China. So you cannot generate your foreign exchange. Because if you produce in your country, sell abroad the way China is selling to you, you sell in exchange for dollar. Automatically, you will have enough dollar to spend in the country. Then our Naira will be very strong. Today, our Naira become a tissue paper. This is not a nation we know. This is not a nation. I knew many years ago how Nigeria was. When you can walk straight on your own to the embassy, they look at your face, they give you visa without bribing anybody. When Naira was 65 kobo to $1. A time when naira become 2 naira, become 3 naira, become 4 naira. Today we're talking about 500 something naira. And you think you are ruling the nation. Are you ruling this nation or you are destroying it? Particularly, I'm talking to Nigerian government now, but I'm also going to talk to African government. Are you ruling this? Look, we are all pleading. Look, we want an Africa that we will all be able to live peacefully. Because the reason for crime increase in Africa is lack of opportunity to secure a job. If job opportunity is not there, these guys, they look, there's no magic about it. They try to get other means of surviving. What are the means? Is the only means they know. That is the only means they know. So, Nigeria government, I'm appealing to you. Production, production, production. If you develop your economy, I'm telling you, you don't need to go outside the country and borrow money. Because the backbone of every nation is job. If there is no job, you have no country. If there is no job, you have no family. If there is no job, you are nowhere. Because even God said, I will bless the fruit of your labor. Job is what, economy is what the government, look, you go after job creation first of all. Knowing that you start building factory on your own, Mr. President. I don't know if your ministers are very intelligent. I knew many of them. I mean, they study, they went to a better school. Why are you not applying what you were being taught? I know there are forces around you, but if you want your legacy, if you want your name to be remembered after you, you must do the needful for the nation. Because this nation does not only belong to you alone or I alone, it belongs to everybody. If you rule it well, it is for the benefit of the country. You are supposed to be patriots. I'm using the word suppose because the president and the ministers are supposed to be the leaders, are supposed to be the inventors of all ideas that I'm going to start giving you now. I want to start giving you because I believe you don't know it. I believe you know it or you slip over it. Stop importation of goods from China. Because by importing from China, you are not helping the nation Africa. China will continue to grow. The Chinese will get a job. The Africans will be jobless. You see, there are two things. You go to China to buy goods. The Chinese start working. Then your African men and women, they are coming to buy these goods. Where do they expect them to get the money to buy your goods that you are importing from China? They will go on robbing, doing a sort of crime. Because that is the only way. Because now you have tied them and there are good, there are fancy things you are bringing. Where are they working? Did you ask? Did you ask? Did you think you cannot stop the importation of goods from abroad? I will tell you, yes, you will stop it. You can stop it. You can stop it. I know Many Nigerians, many Africans are so intelligent that they can produce what they are producing in China. Give them the opportunity. I'm going to talk about that in the next video. We can do it, and we can do it better than them. Nigerian youth, Nigerians are so intelligent. They are so intelligent that what the whites are doing, they can do it, and they will do it better. Go to most schools abroad and see the levels of Nigerian students, the levels of African students, their performance, their grades. Excellent. They're not doing bad. They're doing better than the citizen they met. So how do you think they will not be able to produce what you are buying from China? They're able to do it. If you give them the grant to work. So I'm appealing to you. Turn the wheel. You need to reverse your policy. The importation of goods from China is not helping Nigeria economy. I know that I'm not against China. I'm not against Europe, Belgium, the way you are. I'm not against them. But you like the simple reason is that they don't want us to grow. That is why you carry your money to them and they collect it from you. You buy the goods. You think they will ask you, oh, your citizens in Africa, 1.8 billion, are they working? Do you think they will ask you? No, because they're not interested. They are interested in the welfare of their citizens. So you see how two intelligent person, the way they reason, you are intelligent, they are intelligent. You bring your money to buy all they have. Tomorrow they produce another one. They call you to come and buy because you always come and buy. This is the hands that gives. You are depending on them. But what if tomorrow they stop supplying you? What if tomorrow? Have you not think about that? If they stop supplying you, this is why I said, if you produce all these things in Africa, will be self-reliance. Look, I'm not against competition, but we must make our home strong before any foreign competition comes. Today, you have a lot of wine that come from all over the world. There is competition for that. Maggi, tomatoes, all these things, there is competition for that. But remember, if you are not strong at home, you want to compete with foreign companies, you can do it. Because those guys, they are in business for over 100 years. They have the techniques, they have the power, they have the finance to do it. So if you don't build your own nation, how do you think they will be able to compete with them? At the time you build your nation, you know better than me somehow, but you don't practice it. Bilateral agreement. If you want to do bilateral agreement, what did you take to this country and said, okay, we are going to be buying fuel, use your refinery to produce fuel for us. Abi, Belgium, Nigeria will be coming to buy this fuel. Because definitely we are going to buy because they produce it there. It involve transport, it involve logistics, it involve loading and offloading, it involve insurance on the road, it involve risk. At the end of the day, the fuel becomes so exorbitant. So buying this thing now, taking it down home, you said, we are so intelligent. Honorable ministers, put Nigeria first. No amount of money you make in your life that will be enough for you. What did I say? President, honorable ministers, senators, no amount of money you will make in life that will be enough for you. But the nation you build, get to remember you years and years and years and years and years, generation to generation. The money you make, you steal, the fund you steal from public fund, public treasury, it's only you and your family that will benefit from it. Probably your children might not be able to even use it well. When you die, the money does not go with you. But if you rule a nation well and leave a good legacy, your legacy you are going to leave, that good name you are leaving behind, is your call from heaven. I'm not going to preach Bible for you. I'm going to preach anything for you. But I'm telling you, do the needy for the nation Africa. Our eyes are open. Our ears are open today. Our weight, you are taking it to overseas to buy. And now, those countries are doing well fantastically because they are expecting cash from you. Every time you return the cash back to them, you say return back the cash to them, but you never ask who is buying this product we are bringing in. They are only buying those products with money that come from, not from their labor. Those money come from somewhere. And you never bother, you never cares where those money come from. You think you are a good leader. Please think about the future generation of Africa. You will be elected to govern Africa, to govern Nigeria, to build a nation. 23 years of democracy is enough to give us a very good impact today. After all, we have a country to look at. Not that we are walking in darkness anymore. You keep on looking at America, you want to be like America today. It doesn't work that way. Build your home and allow competition to come in. Because at the time you have the bilateral agreement, you're going to sign with another country. What you produce at home, you go to another country like Belgium, you are going to produce fuel. Send me fuel, I will send you this. I'm sending you 1 billion of corn and soya. So supply me fuel. You exchange. The 1 billion soya or banana you're going to supply has to be equivalent to the 1 billion fuel they're going to supply to you. So that you don't have trade deficit. But today, I don't know how many trade deficits we are having. Trillions. You don't care, but that's continuing to destroy your naira. The purchasing power of naira continue to fall drastically. You don't care. Because you don't know. I don't think you are not intelligent, but because you don't care. Care for Nigeria because it is for every one of us. If it is good, it's good for us. If you make it bad, it's bad for every one of us. Remember, my president, my politicians back home, you are not only doing Nigeria, but you are doing yourself. This is what I have to tell you. Thank you, everyone. I want to remind you, subscribe to this YouTube channel. The Messiah channel is a solution channel. It's not a destructive channel. I don't abuse anybody. I don't think abusing is a solution. So I will give them suggestion on what to do. So this is what I'm here for. If you have any suggestion, bring it forward. We will discuss it. The platform is open for everybody. So God bless every one of you. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Because the growth of this channel is the growth of every one of us. Because my idea will be important, will be useful one way or the other to every one of us. It might be useful to you or to your brother, to your sister. And your own idea or someone might be useful to me. Because we exchange, nobody is perfect. So I am open to idea, to discussion. But this solution channel will help you to solve your business problem. This is what the channel is made for. I say thank you, everyone, for listening to me. Thank you. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you, and God bless you.